Ah! Brent.
Oh my god.
Jump
Scary.
scare.
We're
Keeping the
back.
viewers on their toes.
I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji.
Dang.
Damn.
The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize this is as good as a reason as I need to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside in the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako.
Yep. That's me
Lily
again.
stops at the door, looking hesitant, as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar as if it was of importance to look prim when entering our classroom.
Excuse me.
She calls into the quiet classroom with a probing and delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily.
Hisao? Good morning. I didn't hear you come in.
I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious that I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely. If I were to tell too big a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now.
Oh, have you seen Hanako today, by any chance?
No, she seems to come in only just before the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you?
No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only two people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here.
I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess.
You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should? Punctuality is a good thing. I think so anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that's why it's so quiet today. Speak of the devil. Hi.
Misha pops into the room with Shizune as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. Gulp.
Hi, Hick-chan.
Hi.
With his hand raised slightly. Hi.
Dot.
Look, it's the class representative. Hello.
Lily smiles, probably as amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look. Okay.
Good morning.
Dot.
Of course, you're not the representative of this class. Right. I'm not.
Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all.
Oh.
Gulp. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she is talking to.
She uses her stick to probe around.
Be her.
For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that actually talks.
Must be confusing.
Damn, how complicated. I decide to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune.
Oh.
Dot dot dot.
You were here even earlier than us.
Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too?
They're like connected telepathically.
It's not that weird though, that Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true, I was here earlier than them. So me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent.
Is it gauge?
It is
Gauge, gauge.
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 Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on.
Dot dot dot.
Class rep. It's a good thing you're here. We have to talk.
Dot dot dot.
The festival's coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projected budget reports for their event. Even the first years. Except you. Wahahaha. There is still time to hand it in, isn't there?
Dot dot dot.
Today. The deadline is today. You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have all the necessary paperwork days ago. But someone had to say the deadline, please extend it. Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely.
Dot dot dot.
We're just witnessing an argument before our eyes.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school, and then some. The one who does that is me.
Whoa. Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she is really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused though. Hey Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left.
Please, Hasao. It's alright. Starts whacking them.
Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself.
If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think I have forgotten about it. I understand how important it is.
Dot dot dot.
Then, can I have it please?
Shizune, she might not have it on her at this exact second.
It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class.
He emphasizes the last sentence much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council. I guess word must have gotten around. So now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better.
What is he taking out the popcorn, starts eating it? Nom, nom.
Dot dot dot.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should just be delegating away. A class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. They completed it, being capable of doing so, but the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for being for getting sick.
No.
Okay, give me the apology.
Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge.
Mm.
Dot dot dot.
Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class?
Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal.
Oh my god, what's...
Dot dot dot.
And what's with that attitude? I said that it's not something you should be delegating away. Are you the class representative, or aren't you? Tell me the names of those two students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something that simple yourself. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of.
She's also blind.
Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she is doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Whoa, this is getting intense, bro.
Yeah, increasing the popcorn intake.
Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is.
Evil. Dot dot dot.
I don't know. Of course, you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you.
Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of the sarcasm which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear, but this seems a little much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Whoa!
Oh
Oh
snap.
shit!
Why is
The
there a panty
duel.
shot? What? You guys saw...
No.
I'm not weird. It was there.
I did not see that.
I
I
wasn't
that was
looking.
there. No, 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 no,
I
no.
did not see
There
Editor,
was...
pull it up. Zoom in.
Editor, editor, zoom in into
Editor,
the... zoom in underscore.
enhance.
Enhance.
Uh, I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. Holy.
Dude, what the hell?
This hair!
Oh, there is. The air between them ripples with the heat of their anonymity. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation.
Dot dot dot.
Hick-chan. Don't you slack off either. You just randomly bring him into the conversation. Just watching.
What are you talking about?
Dot dot dot.
Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hick-chan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're gonna do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person.
Whoa. I don't
Oh.
understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me.
Oh snap! Choice.
So we either side with Lily or... Okay, wait.
I think this is siding with Shizune.
Hey, come on, cut me and Lily some slack. And then this one's, don't drag me into this, I've done my part.
I
So
feel like that's being.
this one's defending Lily and himself. This one's kind of just like defending himself.
Because I feel like the second one's like, I've done what I needed to do. Don't blame me. But you're not defending Lily. While the first one's like, I'm not quite done, but cut us some slack.
Mm. What do you,
So I
this
feel
is
like
a
the
hard
first
decision,
means we're gonna have to
actually.
do more work.
What do we
Yeah.
think, guys?
I don't know. I mean, who do you want to side? Shizune's probably getting mad at this if we defend
You know what?
Lily.
It's not a matter of what we think. It's a matter of what you, the viewer, thinks.
Stop.
Great.
What do the
Leave-
viewers think? Comment
Leave
down below.
Yeah, leave a comment down below. Comment Lily if you want Shizune and Misha to cut Lily and me some slack. Or comment no, Lily, if you don't want to be part of it.
What are the options? I don't know.
Don't know.
I'm fine with either or. I can see how either goes. I
Because
say we leave it
if
up
we
to the
side with
narrator.
Lily, you know Shizune is gonna be mad at us.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be mad at us. Maybe we'll stop trying to recruit us for student council.
Do we want Shizune to be mad at us though?
I don't want
I don't know.
Shizune to be mad at us.
You
I
want to
mean,
go with
I
this
feel like
one then?
we know Shizune and Misha a lot more than Lily, so
Bro.
Lily can take care of herself. We'll
Yeah.
just
You
defend
got that.
ourselves then. We'll
You've
defend
got
our
that,
honor.
Lily. You've got that, Lily.
Okay, so
She
this
seemed
option
like she
then.
didn't want
Don't
us to
drag
help.
me into this. I've done my part.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Why am I being dragged into this again? I've done more than enough, I think. If you're angry with Lily, that has nothing to do with me. Bro, that is a bit harsh.
Okay.
Yeah. Lily's like,
Dude.
We're not getting the Lily route.
Oh,
Nope.
snap.
Uh-oh. Now, wait just a second. Are you implying the president is more right in scolding me than yourself? Uh-oh.
Damn, I think I could have worded that better.
You think, Hisao? You think?
Everyone's mad.
Now, every woman in front of you is mad at you now.
I don't think Misha knows.
No, I don't know
There's-
about that, but I mean...
There's not a thought happening inside this head.
Mm-mm.
What?
Dude, oh my gosh, we screwed up.
No, that was the correct option.
I don't know if it was.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Now we seem like
It's fine.
such a bad guy. We look
I
so
mean-
selfish.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Uh-oh.
Dot dot dot.
What are you saying, Hick-chan? Uh-oh. Guys,
Yeah. Everyone's mad.
It's just that I hardly think it's fair you can say that, seeing that I've helped you guys.
I think he's...
The mood has changed. This is like a showdown between two gunfighters now. Well, it was like that before, but this time Shizune's focus is on me. Dude, we're ruining relationships with these two now.
Yeah, it was the worst option.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I didn't think you just straight up like, Lily, you're wrong. I thought it was more of like, I'm leaving me out of this. You guys keep fighting.
And so is Lily's. Though she keeps quiet, I'm afraid I inadvertently pissed her off.
We successfully picked the worst option. Great.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Good job, guys. Dot dot dot.
All right, restart the playthrough. Go back to the load file.
Now we push through.
Are you saying I'm wrong? Hisao concede. Hisao concede. Do not dig yourself a bigger hole.
Yes.
What a dangerous situation. It's too early to argue with you. Yes, I think it's unfair of
Oh
you to get
my
on my case.
god.
No,
So
I try my
No.
best.
Great.
Dot dot
Oh,
dot.
look at. Oh, no.
uh,
Hick-chan, you want too much. But you have a point. Okay, okay, okay. You're not lazy, Hick-chan.
Wow.
Ha 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 ha.
Shizune pushes her glasses up with her thumbs, almost approvingly.
Did we
It's
successfully
okay.
defend ourselves?
Yeah, I mean, she likes people who fight back. She's literally said this before.
Hmm.
I still don't feel good about it, but we'll go ahead.
Dot dot dot. Look at that expression.
Got a little smile.
That's good. If you're not useless, you shouldn't let anyone say you are. But the next time
Yeah,
I say it, it's real. It'll really be because you are disappointing me, like Miss Class Rep here. So don't let this go to your head.
that's that.
Lily takes the jab silently, a venomous visage frozen on her face.
Class Rep, Shik-chan says, don't forget that report, please. I won't.
Sorry, Lily.
Would that be all? Yep. Then, good day to you all. Oh.
Her voice would cut the air of the classroom into half if it was more tangible. Lily leaves the room, understandably in a bad mood, but still managing to be as poised and calm as usual.
So, we ruined our
Uh,
relationship with Lily.
yeah,
I
she's
feel like
never yes
we
again.
knew that was gonna happen with that option, though.
True. At least we
I didn't think
still.
he'd like straight up attack her.
He literally threw her under the bus. That was horrible.
Well, at least we still got Shizune. Shizune, you really did go a little too far today.
Okay. At least he's saying that.
Yeah.
It's true, Shik-chan. Just a little. It's so funny that Misha thinks the same, but like, cause she's the translator, she's the one saying all this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like how the argument between the two of them was just you arguing with yourself because Misha was talking through her.
God, that was very
wait,
overstimulating to be honest. Having two characters at the
Yeah.
same time. Holy.
wait, I
Yeah.
can't really tell when Shizune's talking and Misha is.
Can you not?
That's the
No, I
I
can't.
mean, I feel like it gets more obvious as you know them, but every time there's a dot 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 from Shizune, Misha translates usually.
Oh,
Yeah.
But the whole point is that Misha doesn't change her demeanor when she speaks. So if you don't know, you don't know. That's what Lily was having difficulties with
Yeah.
oh.
Also,
because she can't see whenever the sign is happening.
I think Misha's like
Mhm.
more what's the word? Just like more preppy.
Spacey.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. If I had been expecting Shizune to grudgingly admit I have a point there as well, I think I was expecting too much. She doesn't respond.
Dot dot dot.
Ha 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 ha. Shik-chan thinks you should mind your own business. Hick-chan, we have a few last minute things to take care of before class. We might be we might be late, so can you please cover for us?
Do all the homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Perfect. Yay. Okay. Thanks, Hick-chan.
They walk outside even though there are only 10 minutes left before the bell will ring, signaling the start of class.
All right.
I think we
Fan-
won.
Fantastic. That was intense.
And Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom.
Are we gonna have a Hanako? Hanako-centered arc now.
I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later.
In fact, we give up on that. I feel like Hanako and the league go together.
After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn the pages of my textbook lazily. We've been covering the same amount of pages each day, so reading ahead is more or less giving myself a preview of what tomorrow's lesson will be about. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book.
He's just copying it down, not in silence.
The rhythmic clashing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock.
Oh my god.
I start to copy down the equations just to pass time, not noticing Misha's head poking over my shoulder until she is almost on top of me.
It's a jump scare.
What you doing?
What are you doing? I try to strike a balance between being quiet enough to not draw attention to myself, but loud enough to draw hers.
What are you doing, Hick-chan?
Panic shoots through me as Misha starts talking at her normal volume, and I sputter out a hastily reply, still keeping my voice down despite the fact that she just blew any hope of being discreet I may have had. I'm copying down that stuff. What are you doing? Why are you so loud?
Oh, really? But it's all in the book. That's why no one else is copying it down.
I know. Why are you so loud?
What do you mean?
Just screaming. The teacher turns around.
Why are you so quiet, Hick-chan? It's hard to hear you. You should be louder like me. Okay.
I look around to see if anyone is noticing our conversation, and it's pretty obvious that everyone has, even the teacher. Shizune smiles coyly, and I start to wonder if Misha is doing this because she told her to.
What is happening?
Is it because of what happened between her and Lily earlier? Is what I get for trying to be reasonable, for trying to take the middle path? Shizune is way too prideful, although by now I should know to expect that kind of behavior from her. Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this? What? Huh?
Misha is totally oblivious to the awkward stare the teacher is giving both of us, while trying to balance her textbook on one finger. For a brief second, it looks as if things could get ugly, but the teacher simply looks away, as if it's not worth the trouble. I guess this is a good thing, and I slump back in my seat in relief. The rest of the day passes by uneventfully, and this time I'm able to appreciate that it does. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry, so I stay for a while reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave that last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways.
Ooh, such a bad boy. Cool guy over here.
I noticed Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air.
Impressive.
Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear that she can barely manage to even understand her.
Slow down.
I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business, probably way over my head. Not just that, but Shizune also seems angry, although it could just be her normal severity making it appear so. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle and Misha struggles to spit it out in word form.
My god.
Sometimes she trips over herself while she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint.
Oh no. Save
Misha.
herself.
Luckily for her, their business is soon finished and the girls sit down on their seats again.
Wow. I'm so tired.
She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in the school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idly around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it.
Jayden, you've had very minimal roles today, huh?
I'm not complaining. Last time I talked a lot.
Yeah? Bro, I've gone through literally all of my roles in just
I know,
this
it's
little little time frame.
a little bit. I know last time it was all my roles.
It's
Yeah.
kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do today.
For real.
Shizune starts signing at me and Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes.
Dot.
She sees like birds spinning up in her head. It's dizzy.
Confusion.
She signs with hard, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha.
Well, we're in the student council, you know, so we're pretty busy.
Sarcasm?
Huh?
The tone of Shizune's actions make me think she is speaking with disdain, but Misha interprets it normally, replacing whatever intent may have been there with her own chipper twist on things. It's still disorienting. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Never mind. How could I forget with you two trying to get me to join at least twice a day?
Do you want to join the student council? But Hichan, some could say the work is too much. It'd be nice if students were to show a little more support for their leadership, some appreciation to the ones who are working so hard to make it all possible. Maybe, for example, a little help. That's asking too much, is it? That's oh yeah. I thought I read that wrong. Yep. Help would be appreciated from students like you. If students would show their dedication and school spirit and offer some help, well, I don't exactly need it. But I wouldn't necessarily refuse it, so it would be nice if someone would. Oh, hello?
That's that.
I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door.
Hey, playing delinquent again.
Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest.
Dot.
Got so many crossovers today.
Crossovers, they all go to the same school.
Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away, to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door.
You're scaring her.
Run.
Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily.
She's on the path of war today.
It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. They seem to have momentarily forgotten about trying to get me to stay for the rest of the day. What is it, Hanako?
Has Lily been here?
That's so quiet.
Yeah, she is quiet.
Yeah.
Basically, just
Sorry.
that.
Sorry. Satel's not here. She, came by in the morning, though.
Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do?
Shizune is just legitimately like a warmonger
Hater.
in this in this
Actually,
school. Everyone she ever interacts with, like,
That is
always
fair.
berates.
of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she is intimidating enough as it is. So I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It's a little funny, though, watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems.
Hmm. Do you know where she is? Dot dot dot.
If she had any sense in her head, she's in her classroom, working on their festival project. But who knows where that woman is loitering at? She might be slacking off somewhere, just like Hick-chan.
Dang.
Damn, what is it with Shizune and her need to point out stuff like this?
just trying to chill. No.
Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste.
She's gone.
No.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were really working hard to make the festival happen.
And driving other people insane along the way. That's all
Sounds...
you, Shizune. I'm
Misha's
starting
doing
to
it
go
by
very towards
association.
you.
Yeah.
Well,
She
good
was your
luck with
favorite at
that,
one point.
I guess. I don't know how to look at her now.
Who, Misha or Shizune?
No, Shizune. Misha's alright. She's done nothing. She's
She's the
just a
sheep.
messenger.
Don't
She doesn't
kill the
even know half the
don't
time.
kill the
She's not even
messenger,
doing.
you know.
Yeah.
Shizune is just very up. What is it, like, headstrong? Very.
She
It's
takes her
funny.
role very seriously.
It's funny how like even though she's deaf, she still has like a lot to say.
Oh yeah, tires Misha out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like that's the point. Misha talks a lot, even like she gets to her limit.
I stand up to leave, making my exit before either of them manages to berate me any more for slacking off.
That's what they do best.
Yep. The hallways are somewhat quiet as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings or at festival preparations or both.
Oh, buddy boy, I wonder who we're gonna see now.
She's in about being a slacker echo in my head. Feel guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. For the festival is simply already on the account helping Shizune and Misha, which I naturally don't, and clubs I don't know.
Still hasn't joined the club.
Maybe I'm not a club type of person. Halfway through the way from the school building to the dorms, I spot a figure in front of the dorms.
Ooh, I think I know who this is gonna be. Yep.
It's written. Oh,
Talking for you.
she's working on her mural today, too. I walk over to her, but she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. I don't want to talk to you. She's sitting on an upturned box, looking intently at the wall she is bending with the brush held between her toes.
This looks sick.
Does. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, but it's still only half done as far as I can tell.
She only has 3 days to complete it too.
More colors have appeared, and the twisted human-like figures have spread and increased in number.
She did it with her feet.
I clear my
Still
throat to
impressed
get her
about that.
attention, but not startle her so that her concentration won't break.
Wait.
Doesn't even turn to check who it is.
Locked in gamer.
She's very perceptive. I'll wait. Doesn't Da da da. Da da da. Da da
Action. Oh,
da. Da
15 minutes later.
15 minutes later, I decide that her concentration is indeed unbroken, but also that I have waited long enough to warrant poking her gently on the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Rin turns her head mechanically to my direction, ending up staring at my crotch level.
A few inches later.
Oh, that's how.
I could tell by your pants.
Yep, that's me. She can tell. I would feel a lot less uncomfortable if she would look at my face.
I'd recognize that tackle anywhere.
Okay.
I'd recognize that baton anywhere.
An astute observation. Hard at work, I see. The conversation starts as if I hadn't been here for a quarter of an hour already, but it's not a concern. At least it starts. Looking good. It does the layers of painting. It does the layers of painting hiding other layers of paint. Mixing and shaping the human figures create really an impressive look. Berlin looks miffed.
You shouldn't comment on works in progress. 7 years of bad luck.
Sounds terrible. I guess I'll take it back then. Still, it looks good. I wonder if I get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Rin turns back to look at her painting and pokes it with a big toe.
Nice visual.
Could you mix some of this color? I'm running out of it.
I get here and you're already asking me of things.
Get here 15
Looks
minutes of
down at
waiting then.
She looks down at a half-empty bowl with the remains of the same pinkish paint in it. I didn't really intend to stay and help her with this project, though. I guess I didn't intend to do anything much. I look at Rin, she looks emptily back at me. Just this once. Rin picks up another brush and drenches it in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of this scene, she could have been sitting there for hours. I wonder if she has. That would mean she had been skipping school, though, which I, of course, wouldn't put beyond someone like Rin.
Wow.
Typical.
I pour a little bit of white and red into the bowl, trying to match the colors with the one already on the wall. I can't seem to get it right. It's already inconvenient of her to not mix enough in the first place. Getting it to be exactly the same tone will be impossible, but at least I can try to get it as close as I can.
I hate that when I paint and I run out of color and I'm trying to get the same color again. I can never get it right.
Speaking of hard work, isn't that a huge workload for you too? It's such a big painting and all.
Oh, I'm not old and bitter enough yet to think like that.
I guess you aren't.
You guessed right.
You're good at guessing.
Legs hurt though. They feel like slugs. Slugs made of sea slugs.
Because of the position?
Yeah, I like doing it in the horizontal position more. If you know what I'm talking about.
Gulp.
But it can't be helped. Can't ask the wall to lay down.
Saying that, she stretches herself a little, bending her legs and back far more than a human should flex. It's astonishing how effortlessly she managed her body around.
See? Second one.
There is a small flinch in her otherwise blank expression, a hint of pain maybe, as she stretches out her calves.
You see, let me just massage your calves. Let me just help you out here.
Rin must have stamina and dexterity far above a normal person to be able to live like she does, but she's wearing out working on this. Why push yourself so much? Take a break or something at least. Continue tomorrow if it's bad. That gives her a pause. A long one too, feeling like a mental yawn. Da da da.
I don't think so, Sal.
You don't think so?
I'm not pushing myself.
Sure looks like you are.
No, it's not about pushing or pulling or anything related to that kind of thing. There's this boy.
Let's just see where this goes.
A boy?
Yes.
Where?
Point them out to me.
None yet. At the art club.
Ooh.
And?
He is blind.
Oh, how can you paint if you are blind?
A valid question, I guess.
Huh? No idea.
But he can paint. So why is he there?
That's the point. He is there.
I don't want him there anymore.
You don't?
Sure. I mean, she really should speak more than one word at a time to make this feel more like a discussion and less like an interrogation.
Sending single word responses.
Can't really do anything that you'd call art, right? But he comes there anyway and paints. Why?
Why?
I don't know why.
I don't know. That's why I asked.
Okay.
This conversation is great.
So?
He doesn't paint often, but I think his paintings are very interesting.
I'm sure they are.
I once tried that, painting with eyes closed. It wasn't too interesting, and cleaning up the floor took ages. Didn't try again. But he's becoming better at sculpting.
Oh,
I see.
that makes sense, because he'd more likely be able to like use his hands.
Yeah.
More hands-on.
Yeah. Maybe she was trying to make a point with this. Maybe she forgot she had one.
Where are they going with this again?
Yeah. Seems like art club is full of interesting people.
Not really.
Pretty blunt statement, and she totally missed the sarcasm. No?
Just like I said, they aren't very interesting. I usually don't have much interest in people who are not interesting. Maybe you have.
Maybe. Dot dot dot.
But that boy is interesting. Maybe I am like that boy. Maybe you are. Maybe everyone is.
Where are you going with this, Rin?
Doing things you can't do just because you can.
That's pretty deep, I think, and tell that to her. You're a deep one.
That's kind of weird.
You're a deep
Yeah.
one, man.
Nah, I'm a really shallow and thoughtless person. People say that to me all the time. Did you know I can only think of 4 things at the same time?
But
No, but now I do.
Right now, I'm thinking of the second floor's girls' toilet, ice cream flavored ice cream, the middle tub, and a haircut.
Huh?
That's so strange.
Those are four very distinct things.
Ice cream flavored ice cream.
I'm gonna need a haircut.
Your hair looks fine.
It's very cut.
What the?
She
Schizophrenic
just freaked out.
attack.
She shakes her head around vigorously, letting her short and messy hair ruffle wildly around. I can see that doing it something else. I can see that doing it is something she likes to do.
I thought she just broke.
The game starts glitching out. What the?
Yeah.
She became disoriented.
No,
Holy.
I don't even blame you, Rin. We fall silent as Rin treads around absentmindedly, poking some brushes around. The thought about the art club sticks in my head for a while longer. I'm feeling like I'm treading on very unknown territory with art. The way these meetings with Rin go, it's as though I'm starting a smoking habit or something. I should probably stop talking to her.
You're a bad habit.
You're a bad habit.
It's not like I dislike her, despite the confusion her being herself causes, and I don't dislike art either. I've even drawn for fun sometimes. I just don't have a real creative drive or any technical skill. Yeah, she's way out of your league, Hassel.
No arms is really a killer.
Yep. Yeah, that too.
I just can't see myself loving someone who doesn't have arms. I'm sorry. Horrible.
So usually, if I were to draw something, I get white paper syndrome and just freeze completely. That, or I manage to draw something disfigured and promptly get frustrated at my inability to put the picture in head down on the paper, then call it quits without really even trying to make an effort.
That's so real.
That is real, yeah.
Give this man a true. Rin clearly doesn't have this problem, but she frustrates me in another way. Being with her is like looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything.
What does that mean? Like you can't.
Just terrible conversation.
What? Like you can't.
You can't see any part of himself in Rin.
Oh.
Ooh, snap!
Such a
I just
deep
dissected.
way to put that. Oh my
Ah.
goodness.
Ooh. It makes one question the sanity of the act. Rin sits down on her box, swaying from side to side, apparently comfortable with the uncomfortable silence. She is staring at me again, or maybe over my shoulder. I can't quite figure out where her eyes are focused. I'm thinking of leaving so she can carry on working undistracted and that I can do whatever I'm going to do alone. It's not like I have anything that must be done today. Oh shoot.
You remember something?
Oh snap.
Ew.
What?
Ooh, I see Emmy. She's
Emmy?
barely.
Oh snap, she's gonna kill us.
Nobody. I just forgot to tell Hanako that Lily was looking for her.
Oh,
No
side
point in
quest.
going back to the school.
Let's go back to our room.
Do you know her from my class? Does
Didn't
does
Hanako
Rin
come in
even
looking for
show up
Lily?
to class?
Ah. Oh, her? Mystery toilet girl.
What? What?
That person's funny. I saw her go to the toilet 5 times during one recess 3 weeks ago. I'm sure it's the world record.
You're so mean, Rin.
I love Rin.
It was very mysterious.
Mm. That's why you call her Mystery Toilet Girl? Rin is so
Very
mean.
big name. What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an eternal mystery. I didn't follow her in there.
Didn't investigate.
Dot dot dot.
Maybe it was the week before that. Could have been.
Da da da.
Oh, dot dot dot.
Looking at her makes me hungry.
Sure.
Don't say that.
Hasao does not approve cannibalism.
At least not around her. Rin turns to look at me blankly, as if she's not sure why I reproved her. But she doesn't acknowledge understanding any more than before, so I give up at this point. So do you want to go eat dinner then? With me, preferably?
No,
Riz.
not yet.
Aww.
Dang, okay, Rin. Rin has turned her hungry gaze back to the wall, looking slightly more energetic, or at least slightly less lethargic than she did before. It's as if the wall is an opponent that she has to vanquish, something she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner.
Real.
This is the feeling I get. A weird sense of empathy overcomes me and makes me smile a little to myself.
That's kind of sweet.
For all her oddity, Rin is pretty cool after all.
Aww. Rin is like the only person that has made like Hisao like what's
Hey,
the
you're
word?
pretty cool.
Everyone else he just calls a weirdo and calls it a day.
Yeah, it's like the only one that he's made like somewhat of a connection to is like Rin.
True, because I don't think he's done anything else. Because the only two people he hangs up with more are Misha and Shizune, and then he's like, you guys are halfling me.
Yeah, he was always like they're always bickering.
Yeah, everyone else is just by force or just happens. He doesn't care. He keeps going over to Ren.
I'll be going anyway. Have fun. Rin has already grasped the brush and is dipping it into fresh paint, so of course she can't hear me anymore or doesn't answer anything even if she does. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. I made a promise and I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy is bound to rat on me if I don't show up. But it's not all that bad. Whoa.
Say your goodbyes.
Outro.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I forgot. Gamers, we'll see you next week for the next week's Katawa Shoujo episode.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the outro. That's it.
Bye.
Outro. Bye bye.